How good did that feel? Oh, Arsenal are back. Is it just over 2 weeks? Feels like an absolute eternity since my beloved Arsenal were playing. It was so good to see them back in action today against Newcastle. And as you can see there, 2-0 victory at home. Could have been more, although kind of want to give some credit to Newcastle. I didn't think they were particularly bad. I thought towards the end of the game they were just kind of outclassed, maybe a little bit tired. I don't really know what happened there. Newcastle going to be fine. There's no doubt in my mind. Benitez is a fantastic manager, and the longer they keep him, the better. But I don't really think it was a case of Newcastle being really poor. You know, I just think in the end, the quality of the Arsenal squad just got through. So we were a little bit rusty at times. There are some negatives from today, which I want to talk about, but there are a lot of positives. What should we do first? Let's talk about the negatives. Aaron Ramsey is leaving Arsenal. That is, I mean, I don't think it has quite sunk in, actually. It's funny because over the years, he's been very inconsistent. There's been seasons where I think he's a £40 million player, and there's a lot of seasons when I wouldn't even sell him for... I don't think we'd even get 10 for him. Maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but you kind of get where I'm going here. I feel like Ramsey literally has been a player like this. And right now, it's only just starting to hit home that we're losing a player that's been with us for so long. And it's just one of the names that you just instantly think of. Arsenal, Aaron Ramsey. It's great to see him tonight. Captain's performance. Brilliant 2 goals, by the way. That first goal, I see where the referee's coming from. It looks like Socrates has pulled back the Newcastle defender, but I think it's very soft. But in the end, it didn't matter. If we didn't win this game, I'd be complaining about that. But Ramsey went on to score anyway, and it's just a brilliant performance. But it's just a massive negative that we're losing him. I think Juventus have done a really good job once again. Absolute bargain signing a player like him for free. I'm sure they'll be paying him a lot of money on the wages, but I think Ramsey, I mean, if you had to guesstimate how much he's worth right now, you probably are looking at 30, 35 mil, aren't you? Maybe more. So you've got to give credit to Juventus, because I'm sure a lot of other clubs were in for him. And best of luck to Aaron. You know, he's been a true servant. He's never had anything bad to say about the club, and the club will never have anything bad to say about him. I wish we had the best Ramsey for longer, but it wasn't to be. You know, he just didn't hit that form enough. But there were moments where he was one of the best attacking players in his position in the league, if you ask me anyway. And I will always remember the goals at Wembley, and I'm a big fan of Aaron Ramsey. So that's a huge negative. Another one is Mustafi. I just don't understand how he gets near this team. There was a moment in this game, and I'm sure there'll be plenty of highlights. There'll be a GIF at least by now over on Twitter. He runs down the wing. He does actually very well. I'm thinking to myself, do you know what? He's made a good run here. If he whips in a good cross, we could score. And then I think he's aiming across, or he's just trying to chip it out of the stadium. I don't really know what went through his head there, but for a German World Cup winner to be this poor, I can't remember being this let down or this disappointed by such a prestigious player. If you look at his CV, it's pretty incredible what he's done. But he's just not very good, is he? So when I saw him on the lineup, I just didn't like it. But do you know what? We've got a clean sheet, so clearly he wasn't too bad. But again, another performance from him where I doubt his quality. I just don't think he's good enough for Arsenal. I think he will be sold this summer, and I think the money that we get for him, we'll be lucky to break even, which, by the way, 35 million euros we paid for him. So, or pounds even, which is crazy, from Valencia. If we can get anything close to that, and then we reinvest that into a better centre-back, then that would be great. What other negatives were there? El Neni getting in over Denis Suarez. I would have liked to seen Suarez come in, but I guess, you know, Emery's trying to do something else there. He wants a bit of a defensive player, a defensive change. But I would really like to see Suarez a bit more. Every time he's come on, I thought he's done very well, and I kind of feel like at this point, it's clear we're not going to be signing him permanently. So it's just a failed transfer, really. I still don't know what was going on there, to be fair. I thought Denis Suarez coming in would be very helpful for us, but so far we haven't really needed him, which I guess is kind of a good thing. But yeah, pretty clear to me that he's not regarded that highly. Maybe he's just not used to the league. Maybe Unai just wants to ease him in a bit. But if he's putting in El Neni over Denis Suarez, you've got to be wondering what's going on there. Even if you need to rejig the formation a little bit, just get Denis Suarez on. You know, it would have been great to see him. We're winning comfortably. Didn't look like we were going to be dropping points. Why not throw him on? But El Neni did a solid job. Again, El Neni's another player that I just see as a fringe player. I don't really see a future for him at the club. I'm sure he is a hard worker, and I'm sure he's a big fan, or everyone likes him at the club. You know, he's a very likeable character, but I don't think his quality is quite there, and I think we can do a lot better. Just my 2 cents. Let's talk about positives. I'm done with the negatives because we're third. We're up into third. Tottenham. What has happened? What's that? Like 1 point in 5 Premier League games? Ooh, that is terrible. Tonight was Arsenal's 10th win in a row at home. They're just bottle jobs. And that's coming from an Arsenal fan. Arsenal are bottle jobs half the time, but Tottenham have just outdone themselves this season. Brand new stadium. But I'm not seeing it. I'm sorry, Tottenham. With a squad that good, with a manager that good, it's simply not good enough to not be winning trophies. How are you going to convince Harry Kane? And there's no doubt in my mind, he's one of the top players in the world. He might be top 5 in terms of value as well. How are you going to keep a player like Harry Kane if you can't even hit the top 4 in the Premier League? It's beyond a joke now. It'd be amazing if they hang on to him for another 5 seasons. But there is one thing I think that would keep Harry Kane at Tottenham, and that's the fact that he does score a lot of goals for them. He's kind of their talisman, and he'll be on track to get the record. I'm sure that's what he wants. He wants to beat Alan Shearer's record, the most goals scored in the Premier League. If he goes to another team, he's risking that maybe. So, other than that, I can't see Harry Kane staying. And there's a lot of other players as well, like Eriksen, Alderweireld, Heung-min Son. I mean, this guy could walk into a lot of better teams than Tottenham. He could get into Man City's team, if you ask me. Him and Sterling on the wing. Oh, but then again, Bernardo Silva, whatever. I'm so happy. It's brilliant. We're up into third. Tottenham are crumbling. Chelsea are scraping wins, and that was a shocking decision yesterday, by the way. Honestly, it feels like we're looking at an Arsenal-Manchester United top 4. I actually feel like that's going to happen. I think Chelsea and Tottenham might just miss out. But hey, you know, it's that time of the season when it's crunch time. You've got to be winning your games, and Tottenham just aren't doing that, and it's hilarious. It really is. I feel for Tottenham fans because it's that time where, once again, coming to the end of the season, and they were up there. They really were kind of title contenders. Yeah, of course, they were never actually going to win it, but they were right up there. And now look at them. Now it's like you'd be lucky to hit the top 4. I think form-wise, and confidence-wise, they're not there right now, which is pretty funny. Lacazette, another huge positive, another fantastic game from him. Him and Aubameyang when he came on, brilliant, fantastic. Ozil, another huge positive, had a fantastic game today. Some of the passes, you know, you watch that Mustafi cross, and then literally 3 minutes later you see Mesut Ozil it's just majestic. Just taps the ball with the perfect weight. It just rolls right in front. It's beautiful to watch Mesut Ozil when he plays like this. I just wish we could see it more. I'm sure he is going to be here next season. I just don't think, even if we wanted to sell him, another club would be willing to pay those ludicrous wages. But if he stays, then great, because we need Mesut Ozil. We need him for games like this where you need just that moment of magic, you know. I thought Mkhitaryan coming on did very well. Good to see him back. Guendouzi, very good game. Couple of mistakes here and there, of course, but it wouldn't be a 19-year-old, or is he 20 now, if they didn't make mistakes. It's just, that's the way it is. But he was brilliant today. I thought Monreal, fantastic performance. Kolasinac as well, brilliant in front of Monreal. Socrates doing his usual thing. Honestly, I can't really pick any holes in today's performance. It's a 2-0 win that takes us into the top 3. It's a lot of pressure. You know, we're the leaders now. We have the pressure to keep this up. But we also have the easiest run-in I feel like it's ours to lose. It really is. We're in control of this. We've got the better fixtures. We're not coming up against the top 6 side until next season now. So that's fantastic. Within the league, I mean, of course. And do you know what? I think it'd be an absolute travesty if we did not hit the top 4 this season. This is a big opportunity for us to, in a transitional year, impress a lot of people and prove those doubters wrong, including myself. I really didn't think we would hit the top 4 this season because it's very difficult adjusting to a new manager after 20 plus years. That's unheard of. And I really thought we were going to struggle. I thought it would take at least 2-3 seasons for Emery to get the players in he needs and for us to be challenging for the top 4 again. But it seems Emery has really done a very good job keeping the core of the team together. It's a very close-knit squad. And we are going to hit that top 4. I'm pretty sure it's ours. I mean, if it doesn't happen, then we'll just have to win the Europa League, won't we? But Arsenal are back. I'm so happy. It feels so odd living without Arsenal playing games. I'm not looking forward to the summer when it's the end of the season. But back to winning ways. Into the top 3. Tottenham, I mean, it's just... You couldn't write it, really, could you? Get back in our shadows. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.